The airport at Bamako in Mali. This is where some of the Malian emigrants who've been dramatically turned back at the gates of Europe arrived back home. Turned away because they tried to enter illegally. You won't see any of them here today, but in 2007, according to official figures, more than 1,500 were sent back home. The situation became dramatic because no one wanted to manage the phenomenon. And now we find ourselves in situations where people are forced to leave. And actually, if we developed and structured immigration properly 10 or 15 years ago, we wouldn't be in this situation today. Migration is one of the main priorities in the cooperation between Mali and the European Union, which has invested 10 million euros in the establishment of a Migration Information and Management Center, called CIGEM. This illegal migration is currently prospering because legal migration is not sufficiently available to users. By that I mean potential candidates. CIGEM provides information to everyone from Mali who's leaving, in transit, or is returning to the country, either voluntarily or against their will. As soon as the center opens on October 6th, the people you see here will be welcoming, orienting, and providing support to migrants. We're going to centralize all the information, which is somewhat scattered for the moment, and try to give them pertinent information so they'll quickly be able to find solutions. A second plank of migration management. The center will help the government to define and implement Mali's migration policy, one that's adapted to international, regional, and above all national dynamics. Today, we would not be able to deal with migration questions in a sustainable way without taking into account people's desire to develop themselves and find employment and training, which largely explains the reason why they want to leave. Barely 10% of the population in Mali is salaried. Most are either self-employed, artisans, or work on the land, because 70% of the population lives in rural areas. The people live by manual work. However, young people are increasingly opting for a university education. The problem in Mali, and the ANPE and Observatoire studies show this, is that there are more unemployed among people who went to school than those who didn't. This is not because schooling is unnecessary or that it doesn't solve unemployment problems. It's because the training given and the needs of the market are out of sync. This disparity is one of the reasons behind emigration from Mali. You have to look at emigration globally to allow potential candidates to find out where they can go to offer themselves the best chances of success and avoid the risks of illegal migration. The CIGEM is a pilot project. After evaluation, it could be replicated in other countries in the sub-region and indeed elsewhere in Africa.